Hey everyone, welcome to Kip TV. I am Kip and this is Elvis, and he is still in the building because we have a matchup between two silver teams on Badwater. We have 35th Infantry versus WOAH. Over on 35th in Blue, starting off we have Iberonica Sniper. Donald is Medic. Elfie is going to be Scout. Red is Demoman. Pyro Axe is Pyro. Clean Comms, nope, is Engineer. Memesters is going to be Spy. Diamond is Scout, and oh, we have two Scouts. One of them is going to be Soldier probably, and then Zapper is Heavy. Over on WOAH, we have Stalfy as Soldier, Chan Khan is Scout, Explosion in Space is Medic, Vertigo is Demoman, Raijikaru is Heavy, Rex is Sniper, Hayden 5151 is Engineer, Science is Pyro, and Sir Shagadelic is Spy. So let's get this going. We're gonna go ahead and watch the Hayden 5151 cam as he does his little rollout. We're gonna judge him. Why is there a suicide on Blue? Okay, usually you see suicides on Red. Of course, that will give the your team NG, your team's NG medal, but we're also seeing suicides here in spawn, so I'm guessing it's some sort of mental games that 35th Infantry is playing right here. So we'll come back to that. It used to be that sometimes you would suicide for your engineer because the NG could build in spawn. You could build a sentry gun right here. You could put up a level 3 and it was pretty sweet. But Valve has since fixed that bug, which makes me sad, but is probably for the best. Anyway, we do see a normal build going on here. Now these two teams are in silver. I said that they're both 3 and 4 at the time of this match, which is the last regular season game of the UGC season 11 season. So not in the playoffs, not contending for any big money or medal or anything like that, but still, you want to end the season on a good note, so it's gonna be pressure that way, so we will see how things go. As always, watching the Demoman on these first opening moments, see if he maybe goes in for a big bomb, but so far it looks like it's gonna actually push in with the combo already, pushing up the cliff. His Medic already coming out of spawn, which is actually kind of unusual there. Bombing in Soldier, and see if he can protect his Medic. Oh, it's the air pipe, and he did get Stealthy right there. What? Exchange right there protects his Medic. He does go down, but that is the exchange you definitely want. Uber is preserved, but it is forced right there. But down goes. Oh, we'll see if they can do this. Vertigo escaped that, but he did go down after that. Red Uber is popped in retaliation, and it looks like Red is going to be able to stave off this invasion from 35th Infantry. Meanwhile, though, they are making good progress through the tunnel. That's generally what you see, because now is when you're oh, why'd the Medic fall down? This is a horrible. Poor explosion in space explodes in Badwater right there, and will not survive to hold this point any longer for WOAH. So a nice push right here coming out of 35th Infantry. They're gonna have to GTFO. Yeah, Heavy's got it. What? They are still in. Ooh, probably, well, oh my goodness, they're gonna hold this and I look like an idiot. Okay, yeah, no, sure, why not? They got the frags. They never really had a huge player advantage, but they had positioning advantage in the fact that their players were in the spots where they could defend the cart. Looks like they have since fallen back right there, so interesting exchange. It's just very interesting. I'm not really sure what to think about that, but regardless, 35th has this Uber, but is forced as they're coming upstairs. Okay, so Heavy was what? I don't even know where and how this heavy flank came about, but Raijikaru does go down. The Uber did absolutely nothing right there for 35th. They're going to try to come from behind on the roof right here, and they could have a good shot at it, considering that the Heavy went down and this Medic explosion in space is about 100 health and only about 85% Uber right here. We will see some exchange, but so far not completely committing to this push because, yeah, probably not going to. Oh, but we're looking, Soldier coming in and taking down the Medic right there. So Donald going down. So Stealthy, we've seen, has been doing some really nice pressuring work on the Medic. First time not successful, that time pretty darn successful. Let's get by 100% Uber advantage for the red team. It looks like they kind of want to use it. Raijikaru has shown himself to be a very aggressive Heavy, so we'll see if they decide to pop this and push into the enemy combo. Looks like he just wants to stop the cart right now. This could be a potential place to pop that Uber, and they do indeed. may have wanted to just save that scout for the rest of his team and push forward to try to get that medic, because they did put some damage there on Donald. But Donald did get away, and that cart will be capped. Interesting, because red is fully up right now, but alright, so that's what happened. So Donald fell back after the heavy did not pursue him. So I think they're going to be a little bit more aggressive with that. 3 minutes and 16 seconds is a pretty fast time here for 2 points. So WOAH is looking to really hold on to this third point, which is going to be very difficult because they don't have too much going on right now. They do actually level 2 right there, and a very good sentry placement. So if properly guarded, it could be huge. But in comes an Uber from 35th Infantry. They know where that sentry gun is. If they can get some of these stickies in and be down for the count. And these frags not coming right now for, oh, there we go, for red. They finally do get the pyro, but they're going to overextend right here, which is a horrible idea. There's only 4 up. Half of that is the combo for WOAH. Oh, this demo man really needs to pressure enemy medic, but it looks like red, there we go, is not going to do that. He playing a little safer right there. I say go for the med pick, because it was just the combo up at that point. But he's going to stay alive and push the cart with the rest of the team, and they're going to have a really nice capture time right here. So I guess there's really no point in overextending at that point. Playing it smart, which is obviously a smart way to play. But sometimes you just want to see those crazy, aggressive med picks. But we will have this Uber coming soon from 35th Infantry. They are not wasting a lot of time here. Heavy goes down there, and he goes down, but the Uber is popped to save a demo man, so we just have a little Uber exchange. A lot of flashing going on, so both Ubers will fade about the same time right here. Balloon Medic is going to be able to get out of there alive. No, Jake! Hey, Donald goes down to well-placed stickies from Vertigo, who also takes down Red at the same time. So Vertigo, or Vertigo is what I'm calling him, some nice action right there to put stickies on the ramp right there, but then also a well-placed pill. Take down his opposing demo man, Red, who is blue right now. Just, you know, for fun. Anyway, we are still looking at a fantastic time here from 35th Infantry, so that first failed push doesn't mean too much. They can definitely still put up a really nice time right here. We'll have to keep an eye on the... what's the word I'm looking for? The pushes that come after seceding? There we go. Not like the South seceded in the Civil War, but like... Succeeding. You have to say the other C. Anyway, the succeeding pushes right here, and we'll see if they do succeed. So Psychedelic takes out the threat of Ironic. We'll see if this push will be incoming. We do have, oh, the red Uber is ready, and they decide to go ahead and engage, pop down into map room, take out the heavy, but they have to get the medic right here. What are you guys doing? Follow up on that. If they want to be aggressive, you have to commit completely. Otherwise, you wasted half your Uber. You wasted your Uber to get the heavy, and that's not what you want. Donald did pop his Uber, it looks like, so they got lucky right there. Uber exchange, and they're going to be a little bit in the advantage again. Oh, man. Spy really wants that pick, but he gets caught out right there, so unfortunate for Sir Stagadelic, who does eventually go down. But right now, Red losing a ton of players. Blue frags are just coming out at the same time. There's a lot of pressure coming down on the engineer. That sentry gun is at a level 2, and he will be able to save it, but it is super, super hurt. Couple of rockets could probably take it out, but no, he is going to persevere, and Hayden is a big hero right there, keeping that up. Also his pyro, but Science goes down. So we'll see. There's only 4 up still for this WOAH team. They're just now getting some respawns. What is... oh, never mind. I thought for a second that was the red scouts. That would have been crazy, but alas, it is not crazy. It is normal for the blue scout to be right there. So a nice little hold right here from WOAH. 35th not able to make it done. That awkward exchange between the Uber and heavies. I'm not exactly sure when Donald popped his right there, but... again, I do think that the red combo got lucky that Donald popped. If Donald had been able to hold on to it, they would have had the super advantage coming in. Oh, Donald goes down a backstab, so Sir Sagadelic getting a nice pick right there, and then being able to dead ring out of that will buy his team a little bit more time. Speaking of nice picks, there is Memester is taking down the heavy, and Memester's not able to survive that one. So we're looking about a time, we're getting over 6 minutes here, about 6-7 minutes for 35th Infantry, which is still a pretty good time, but they can't afford to lose too many more pushers right here. I'm not exactly sure why the heavy is up in the map room by himself, but we'll see if Red decides to be aggressive again with this Uber. Little nervous about the medic placement right here because he's kind of all out in the open. Sir Sagadai taking down everything from the enemy engineer, so it's a nice work right there. Take down teleports and all that nonsense. Looks like we might actually have this push. Donald just went down and missed that pick, so opposing medic is down, and looks like Red wants to be aggressive, possibly again. Interesting. We'll see. Get on that Raiju cam. There we go, as they are trying to be aggressive, put this forward hold right here in map room. I'm curious as to why they haven't popped yet. Maybe they're waiting for a call to see where the enemy combo is, and look what they found is the enemy combo. Trying to get the medic, but he is out of there. Donald went down to about half health, so it's a pity they couldn't follow up on that. But still, nonetheless, did a good job scattering the ranks, but Donald has got to hold on to this Uber advantage if 35th wants to succeed in putting forward what will now be an average time. If they make their next push, it'll be an okay time. He's actually interesting enough on crits, so we'll see how that decides to go. They are going to be pushing into a level 3 sentry gun, so that means they need some good coordination in terms of a sap down or and get that Ingy pick immediately. But we do have the incoming, but Sir Sagadelic gets caught out. Oh my goodness, really, really close right there. But the Uber that crits is popped, trying to get some kills right here. Oh, I was on the wrong cam, but not gonna happen because that level 3 sentry gun just takes down Zapper immediately. So I'm not sure what the plan was for 35th. Oh, and Donald goes down to Chancon right there. A nice backstab from Memesters, but he goes down to that sentry gun, which is still up. They gotta contend with this sentry gun. Oh, finally, they're putting some pressure on it. Red is doing a good job, but finding protection from the cart, but he gets targeted down. Stalfy finishes him off, and another defensive hold from the red team. So Donald's going to come back up again with that crits, and I'm not exactly sure the rationale there. It just did not work at all right there. They're not pressed for time. Well, I mean, they're pressed for time in the fact that, you know, they're getting up there and setting their time, but they don't need to pull a desperation move yet. They still have 3 minutes 45 seconds and about 4 minutes for the map timer to get this last point. So I'm not exactly sure why they're running the crits, but they could just be feeling like their Ubers weren't succeeding, but they actually haven't really pushed into last with a properly popped Uber. So I think they really should be back on that Uber. Here comes the crits. We'll see how it goes. Taking out, oh my goodness, Stalfy from behind, taking out Donald. What a nice jump right there. That's going to be huge. Red didn't have that crits for very long. He didn't manage to take out his opposing demo man, but that was it. He's going to try to get some damage down on that sentry gun, but going to be hard when there's this Pyro here. We'll see. And Red is so hurt. He's going to be taken down. There's a swinging the Pyro. And finally, actually, Science goes down there to a backstab. So Red with some heals finally. Oh man, still not able to get enough damage on that sentry gun. It is being wrangled. An excellent job coming down from Hayden. He finally goes down. Alfie with that direct hit, putting pressure on the sentry gun. Sentry gun goes down. But right now there isn't too much left for Blue to push with, especially when Clean Comms takes a pill to the face. Absolute chaos here on this last point as Alfie tried to get in there. He was denied by Science, who was a backup. Blue trying to push, but now the med caught out and goes down to a sweet body shot right there from Rex. So with a nice pick on the escaping medic just as he went around the corner. And now we have this scout who's just being an absolute pest, and poor Alfie doesn't know what to do with it. Chancon finally went down right there, but a great distraction ploy. Now we have 2 minutes and 6 seconds left, and this is going to be a significantly longer time than 35th Infantry wanted, which is really disappointing. They looked so strong coming out of spawn. And with that 4 minutes and 32 seconds for 4 points, or for the third point, that's really, really nice. Oh, Sir Shagadelic with the medic backstab. I was just about to comment on the fact that Donald had gone quick fix, and that signals they're desperate right now. And I was gonna say, like, okay, that's not a bad idea, but okay, now he's come back with crits. But Sir Shagadelic with the backstab doing excellent work right there. Again, preventing another push for at least another 30 seconds. If 35th wants to wait for these Uber charges. Now we're just getting a little view of the field from ChanCon, see what he wants to do. He's been running that the cleaver, which is interesting, and I like to see it. He actually did have a kill, I believe, on the opposing Pyro before. We're gonna have a little scout and scout action. ChanCon does get the best of Diamond. So along with the cleaver, he is running the Force of Nature, which I hate so much. Donald is only about 7, 8, 9, 10, that's how you count, percent, so that means he did go down, which is really unfortunate for 35th Infantry. They are running out of time, only 45 seconds. This is where you get desperate. Obviously, we're going to stick on the Sir Shagadelic camera, see if we can't get another huge pick, as time is running out for this blue team. What a great hold right here, though, from WOAH. Really just dug their heels in and just have absolutely prevented 35th Infantry from getting anything close to a good push in. 35th definitely had their opportunities, but nothing materialized is what we're seeing. 10 seconds left. There's no big sentry gun, but there's a mini which can be which can often determine the ending, and we do have an Uber popped from red, so there's not sure why the Uber just wasn't sitting on the cart, but they finally do get that last kill, and that will be a hold. A very nice defensive hold for WOAH. So, 35th Infantry, a little bit just gotta be super disappointed with that. Not the time they envisioned. They could have had a time of, 6 minutes, five minutes, which would have been excellent. Unfortunately, obviously, it did not happen. So what they have to do now is defend the last point, or yep, just defend the last point, or yep, or we're go to a second round. We're going to go to a second round regardless. But what I was meaning to say was WOAH has two options. They can get 3 points in less time than 4 minutes and 32 seconds, or they can capture all 4 points. This is interesting. We have the minigun on defense. Now, the minigun is usually if you are pressed for time, which is what we saw 35th Engineer do in the last minutes of that Badwater, hold on last. I don't know if he forgot to switch his loadout or if this is intentional, but I have seen other engineers pull this mini on defensive on a payload. We'll talk about it after we see what this action goes. We did have a large group of blue players coming from tunnel, but absolutely shut down right there by Pyro, and the combo is gonna drop down there as well. Oh my goodness, a missed. How explosion in space went down, but Uber drop right there. So I think I didn't see the Uber drop and I didn't see the Uber pop. So I don't know which one happened, but sorry about missing that action. Uber is gonna be popped now for red, as they're gonna take advantage of their sweet Uber advantage. Meanwhile, Sir Shagadelic just getting back to spawn and being annoying as all get out. So we'll see if Blue can recover from this fact that they've already wasted a good amount of time on this opening push that didn't do anything. They really should have this by now because there's no level 3 to compete with. So it's really just down to good DM and good matchups between the classes, playing the numbers, playing your advantage in terms of which classes can take on which. To secure this first point, but we're really not seeing that from WOAH. They're just kind of going about this as they would normally would, but when there's not that level 3 sentry gun, you can't play it as normal. So we'll see if they adjust a little bit. Uber's about even, and we will be seen that 100% charge from both soon. So with less than 3 minutes, it's not looking likely that WOAH will be able to beat that time for 3 points that 35th put up. But that means that, of course, doesn't mean anything because they can still beat that that tie, or they can still get all 4 points and a win. So we do have Ubers popped right here. Well, Uber popped on defense. The red Uber is gone. We'll see if blue decides, or we'll see how blue plays this, because this is their huge advantage, and they need to make this happen. May not even need to pop it, as the cart is pretty darn close right there, but they're losing a few players here, so maybe we'll need to pop this just for safety's sakes. But we'll keep an eye on Regikuru as he pushes in here. They're going to need some frags, and they do pop this Uber. It looks like Donald was feeling pressured, so he decided to get that. No frags, though, coming down from this Uber. Oh, and nobody thought to get the engineer, who did take out the medic right there. Alfie was in as well, and the scout is in. Dynan's still in as well. He's going to try to get this heavy, which is probably not a bad idea, and he does take down Regikuru, and he's just on a roll right now. Finally goes down to a nice pill from Vertigo to take him in the face, but did a good job stalling the cart for a few seconds right there. Ultimately, a few seconds, not going to matter so much, because all blue has to do is capture all 4 points. It depends on the map timer, how much time they'll have left after they do cap that 3rd point, which I'm not sure about. We do see the red Uber pop, so this is interesting. I guess they were feeling pressure. Donald looks like did take a little bit of damage. Looks like they are having pills come from the backside, so some nice work from Vertigo to put pressure on, and he is still alive. So we'll push up to the roof now with his compadres. Spot out the med, and the med was alone, so really should be focusing down that med. He knows where he has gone, but actually... And it looks like Donald did go down right there. He didn't finish him off. Not sure. Did Donald fall off the roof then? That's no good. No good at all. But we'll keep an eye on Vertigo as he does push up. They potentially could still win this in less than 30 seconds. And Vertigo and team doing everything in the power to do that. They have a ×4 in the cart. They're popping this Uber to get around the corner. Really no defense from red. There is a level 1 sentry gun, but NG covered in Girardi right now. Sentry gun, or that... card is getting close, but there's only a ×2. They need a ×3 if they really want to secure this. Oh, med going down to a backstab right there. Memestar's getting it, and it looks like they will be able to do it. Wow, I did not think that was possible, but a nice push after second coming out from WOAH. So we will go to the second round. These are your scores. Some scouts getting some nice action right there. But we'll be back after this. And we're back with the second half between these two teams. 35th is going to be defending first this time around, and WOAH will have the chance to set the time. So we have not seen the capture of 4th yet in this matchup, but definitely that is the goal of WOAH right here, as we see some player suicide. So this definitely more typical for 35th to be suiciding when they're on defense. We do have a typical build right here going on, so we'll see if there's anything atypical going on. Any cool loadouts I'm seeing. I'm just gonna continue making noises because I don't see anything. Vertigo, what do you got? Nope, he's got the regular regular sticky launcher, so not look like we're gonna have any jumping or anything crazy. Oh, was this must have taken place around Halloween, of course, with the thriller taunt. That could explain why we haven't seen any engineers running the Eureka effect, because with the Eureka effect, of course, came the chance that you would taunt. Oh, we do see the... Oh, sweet. The sticky jumper. All right, so here we go. Vertigo not wasting any time. He's actually just going to get out. And, oh, he's going to try to do this on 2, but his second jump is not good enough. Oh, he's going to try one more time. No, goes down mid-air to Diamond and his pistol. So some nice scout defense right there. But gotta admire the pluck, the moxie on Vertigo to try that. Stealthy's going to try to get in here and do something neat, too. He's got that direct hit, which is so effective, and there we go. It does go down, or a sentry gun goes down, so really nice work from Stealthy. He's just been playing very intelligently as this kind of like a roamer soldier role on Highlander. We do have the Uber popped for red. They're just feeling too much pressure on the cart right there, so Donald went ahead and popped it rather than dropping it, but that is going to buy a huge advantage for blue. Ironic taking down his opposing sniper Rex right there, but we do have that Uber popped for blue, trying to get that sentry gun down as Staffy has gone back to that original rocket launcher to get that sentry gun. He said, I already took it down once. Oh, he's got a big jump in, and did he finish off the med right there? He did. Oh, actually Vertigo finished off Donald, but definitely Staffy put a ton of damage on him. Memesters, what are you doing back here, sir? Looks like good to go for the Sir Psychedelic's kill right there. So we'll see blue getting some great momentum right here. We'll see if WOAH can continue it. Remember, it's all well and good to have that great momentum for the first 3 points, but it doesn't mean diddly if you can't capture last with that same momentum. So we'll have to see if WOAH learns something from their defense on last in the first round. Because often you can learn something from your own defense and be like, okay, so we were holding really well. All they needed to do was, you know, maybe push this spot instead of that spot, but they never did, so therefore we were safe. So maybe we'll see. We will see. But right now, some good aggression coming from WOAH, taking the roof without even needing an Uber, so they will be putting themselves in a nice position to defend third. Rajikaru wanted his med on him. Oh, but he saw his med go down to headshot. Ironic gets the med drop and the Uber drop. It's going to buy 100% advantage right here for Donald and team. We'll see if they decide to do anything with it. And in fact, they are going to pop that Uber out of house. So good try for the reflex from Science. But this Uber can't find anybody to kill. So that's kind of funny right there. Not sure. I'm not opposed to the aggressive Uber pop, but I am opposed to it being popped in a position that's not very advantageous. In fact, there was this teleporter in here that they weren't even able to get, that they just passed up. So a little bit missed opportunities right there from that Uber, but we'll see. Ubers will be reset, and actually Red's still gonna have a bit of an advantage right there. Red now knowing that there is something in the house, so they're trying to get in there, but also doing a good job defending. Red, the demo man, is actually on fire right now, so we'll get on his cam because he... Have they gotten this teleporter? Get the teleporter, guys. Just look to your right. Remember, just every class can have that... be susceptible to that tunnel vision where you just get so excited about the frags in front of you, you miss the important things on the side. The teleporter finally did go down. Zapper was able to take it out easily after taking out the engineer. But remember, there are important things all around you. We do have the blue Uber popped. Zapper is going to sacrifice himself. Oh, and he actually survives for much longer than I thought he would have. But that blue Uber does absolutely nothing right there. So Red now with this 100% Uber. We'll see if they decide to pop it early. Wow. Shovel kill, Market Gardner kill from Alfie right there on the posing med. That is never a good sign, but can't get too cocky when your own med is being targeted by his posing spy, and Red, the demo man, can't even find Sir Shagadelic. So let's get on the Sir Shagadelic cam to see where he went. There you go. So he's in a good position right now to call out everything. Oh, but he did get bumped or spotted out right there from Zapper. So we are having a little bit of a stalemate right here. Did that Uber saw get in there? Actually did not, so explosion in space. Still with only about 25% Uber, and meanwhile, Donald is still holding on to that 100% Uber. They decided not to push it because they were able to get the med kill without popping that Uber. So that's usually the ideal situation. And they are sitting pretty here on this defense of third. 2 minutes and 16 seconds for the first 2 points is really, really good time. So the fact that 35th was able to dig their heels in and defend here is boding well for them. Alfie able to get in and surprise a Vertigo. So looks like a blue with this Uber about up. We're going to have to wait a few more seconds though, because they need Vertigo for any aggressive push right here for that Uber. Because of the location of the sentry gun, you're not going to be able to take that out with a direct hit. Not likely. So they will need their demo man. So Vertigo in here. He's actually not with the combo. Explosion in space went down. He dropped that Uber. They weren't able to pop it. I missed that on camera. Sorry about that. Missing some of these big picks, but explosion in space, that can't happen. Oh my god, that's so bad. So Red gonna be pushing forward incredibly aggressively right here. And in fact, Red got pan kill on the heavy. Red the demo man. Of course, you gotta be wary that you don't overextend. And one of the threats of that when pushing forward is you always leave the engineer behind on defense. So we'll see if Psychedelic can take advantage of this. There was a Pyro who was around, but oh no, somebody just spawned. It was a spy. Doesn't matter. Got the NG. So Psychedelic doing his job, sapping everything. If he could just get this pesky, stupid spy out of the way, doesn't matter. Everything goes down right there. So he definitely did his job. Will his team be able to help out and push forward? So Psychedelic still alive right here, and he's spotted out this medic. So we'll come back to his cam in just a second. Well, no, he's actually pretty far behind the lines right now. The red Uber is popped. Explosion in space goes down, so no med right there. All right, now back to nope, Psychedelic not able to go completely huge. Here he went pretty big and taking down that sentry gun. But the rest of his team slowly making way right here, and Red team does the correct thing in contesting that point because there's just an engineer on the cart. Sometimes if there's enough players, if you have a times 5 or 6, you're not going to want to push your team in there because this is a very easy corner to get stuck in and spammed out in. But 35th did the right thing and assessing the situation, saying, oh, it's just NG, we can take this corner back easily, which they did. So Blue missing some opportunities, and it's really got to do with the fact that their poor med just can't stay alive. So Explosion in space, that's got to be his #1 priority right now, is getting these Ubers up, and actually M2 for deploying those Ubers. Time is 7 minutes and 55 seconds for a third point, and that's pretty long time right there. So WOAH not happy about this. It can still be salvaged if they don't fail any pushes here. On last, this could still be an okay time, but it's gonna be very difficult. There was a level 3 already set up, and Uber is popped, but there's not a whole. Well, they could do this. Some good flashing going around. Heavy goes down. Sentry gun goes down. All right, this may be it. There's only 3 up right now for the defensive team. Red, the demo man goes down, and Regikaru is actually just gonna go up and spawn camp. They need people on the cart though. Don't forget about that really, really important thing called the cart. Red Med is gonna try to come in here, but Donald goes down to the mini sentry. Oh, some huge soldier action and scout action. Oh, but some big placement style for you right there. Helps finish off the threats. And so 8 minutes and 45 seconds. I mean, not terrible considering. So, not terrible considering. We'll just go with that. But 35th Infantry definitely can beat this. Maybe. We still don't know for sure that they can capture the last point, but of course, they have that in them. They're an established team that's been around for many seasons right now. Badwater is one of those maps that's played all the time in scrims and has been on every single UGC map rotation since season 1, I'm gonna say. I know at least since season 6, which is when I entered the scene. So anyway, what worked right there was I was worried that the Uber that WOAH was pushing in with wasn't supported with other classes, but as the Uber came in, the rest of the classes were able to support it, were able to get in there and get the frags, most importantly the heavy and the demo man. And then offensive forces were able to focus down that sentry gun, which is of course so important. Alright, so we will start the second half of this second round, and remember, gotta be a time of 8 minutes and 45 seconds, which is definitely doable. We're gonna get on the red cam here as he does have the sticky jumper out, Caber as well, getting a nice little position right here. Nobody has seemed to figure him out, not even the sniper. He's gonna go for the Caber kill on the medic, and he gets it. Red with the kill, taking down Explosion in space, buying his team a huge advantage. We'll see if Blue decides to push out immediately from that. But what a nice play right there. Oh, Sir Shagadelic gets the backstab on the med. Donald going down right there. So these poor medics just going down in the first opening seconds of the second half of the second round. Huge plays right there. Explosion in space is up again, but oh wait, he's taking so much damage right now. He needs to get back, but oh, courtesy of Memesters, he goes down to a backstab. So these medics, oh my god. Oh wow, some really exciting moments in this opening scene. We'll see if anybody can survive long enough to get that cart to the first point. It looks like 35th is going to be able to do so. Great momentum coming in. Even though they did lose Donald, they will be able to recover, get a nice quick time there to first, and they're already pushing a roof. We'll see if there's anything set up here. It's just a level 1 and some demo man action, but courtesy of Alfie, he's gonna take everything down right there with the Market Gardener. Doesn't even need the rest of his team or the combo. Oh, Soldier's gonna come up here from behind. Alfie takes down Donald. Nice flank right there, but nobody else is left alive. Oh, and explosion in space caught out, goes down. Wow, so some really exciting moments right here as 35th is not just taking anything for granted. They know that even it's is a pretty hefty time, but they are not wasting any time in doing this. Red missing his sticky trap right there. Not happy about that because now he has to contend with that Devil Man Vertigo who did actually take him out. But the cart is capped with about 7 minutes total for the rest of the map, which is a very nice time for 35th. So we'll see. All depends on this third and last point, of course, because these are the points that are easiest to defend. We already got Engineer building up in that cursed position, which is so hard to get past. But we'll see. We have yet to see any Ubers pop this round. Oh, Retikuru does take down Sapper. A nice little engagement right there. Just take down the heavy without actually risking his own life. However, Donald survived, so we will have that Uber. We'll see who he pops it on. Probably Demo Man. Get back on that red cam, as he will probably get this because he's the only one who can launch stickies into that sentry gun area. Not sure if this is the time for taunting, but regardless, it did happen. So Red does get that Uber. Some sap goes down on the sentry gun, and perfect execution takes down that threat. Red, though, goes down. Didn't see what took him out right there, but doesn't matter because Red Medic went down as well, but Donald stayed up, so they do have that advantage. 35th pushing hard, but needs some more support players here. Alfie, does get Chancon, but does he go down? He did go down after that exchange. Donald trying to stay alive right here. No, just run, just run! Oh my god, somehow he stays alive as Stalfy was very, very close to executing that push, or that flank right there. Not able to do so, but scared me. Regardless, Donald's going to have a 60% Uber, a nice about 30% advantage right here. They're already pushing a map room. 35th is just not wasting any time right here. Uh-oh. Oh, no, he loses his heavy, and now it's Donald, and nobody can get the spy, so Psychedelic finally goes down, but in comes Stealthy from behind to clean up. Stealthy. What? Wow, talk about right time. Everybody covered in Andrade and distracted by the spy comes in, sends one rocket, and gets a 3K. I think 2 rockets, 3K. Regardless, well played from sure Psychedelic too. I don't know if he was calling people, but like, hey guys, map room, you could probably get some easy kills right now. But regardless, well done, and that stops the momentum of 35th Infantry for just a little bit. We'll see if they can recover. Donald is already at 40%. Is he gonna check his metagun right quick, because that's charging awfully fast? He's on the regular metagun. Did he get away alive? No, wait, no, he didn't get away alive. Oh wait, he got an Uber saw, and then he got away alive? I was so excited about that Selfie's flank and then Sir Psychedelic's distraction. I did not actually keep track on what happened to Donald right there. Regardless, he almost has this 100% Uber, and 35th looking to push and keep up that momentum that they lost a little bit, but we'll see. Oh, his hopper goes down to a headshot, but Iberonic takes down Rex, so no sniper in the mix, but Donald is in this very precarious position where he could take a lot of spam and easily be cornered in. Gonna be taking in Red the Demo Man probably soon. They know there's a level 3 sentry gun to contend with, and here comes that. No, he's gonna let Red go in there. Needs to pop soon, I would think, but he's just hanging on. So Donald with ice in his veins is not startled easily. Red Uber did come in from behind from map room to try to force the issue right there, and doesn't matter because Sap goes down on the sentry gun. Looks like Red Medic separated from Heavy right there. Nobody is on the cart for WOAH, and there's already flames coming from the pit. Not sure what happened right there, but it looks like this will probably be the victory for 35th. They have 3 minutes to take the cart just a few feet, but in comes the cavalry from WOAH, including Explosion in Space, who somehow is still alive but is absolutely alone. He's gonna go for some Uber sauce right there, but no, will connect with his sniper and get that sweet sniper defense on the cart. Wow, somehow WOAH pulled out the defense at the last minute. Donald has gone quick fix, so I love that. We'll see how that works. Quick fix, absolutely sign of desperation in this situation, which you can understand. Really, 35th should have this victory by now, but a nice hold by WOAH. We'll see if they can hold on for just a little bit longer. We'll check in on the Sir Psychedelic, who has a good positioning right here, but doesn't matter that positioning because the card is being pushed a little bit. Looks like it was Memesters, the spy, going for a spy cap here. Not a bad idea. There is just a level or mini sentry. Nope, it's level 1. So wow, so some fancy switching of the wrenches right there from Hayden. Probably a good idea. He decided he didn't have enough time, but oh, in comes a quick fix. Red takes down everything. Quick fix on the Heavy is going to be super hard, but can't stand up to the backstab. Sir Psychedelic gets that kill. 35th Infantry just needs to push it a little bit to the sniper on the cart, and they do finally get it in. Hard to tell what's happening because of the smoke, but that is going to be the win for 35th Infantry, which means we'll go to a third and final round. Don't go anywhere. This is getting awesome. So we're back with the third and final round, and it all comes down to this, and I love games where it all comes down to the last one. So exciting. And if that last round was anything to shake your fist at, I don't know if that's a saying or not, but this one should be pretty darn epic. 35th was just pulling out all stops and just bringing the aggression, but meanwhile WOAH had a really nice defense, some great flanks from Stalfy, so we'll have to get on his cam in a second, but you know what we're gonna do on this opening rollout, if you want to call it that. We're gonna get on the red cam, see if he can't reproduce his amazing med pick from last round. He's got that caber out, he's got the sticky jumper out. I'm going to bet dollars to dimes. I need to work on my sayings. I don't know what the saying is. I bet a lot of money that he is gonna try to go for that med pick again, which should probably be on the highlight reel or somewhere. Anyway, we have 35th has the opportunity to need to replenish that. There you go. 35th has the opportunity to set the time right now, so we'll see what kind of time they can't get going here. And we'll watch Red with his jump. He's going for the exact same thing, but this time Sniper knows he is there. Everybody knows he is there. It doesn't look like Red will be able to get anything. He actually does get the jump in, but he is being targeted out. Can he get the medic? Oh, not able to do so. Donald, I'm sorry, his explosion in space does not explode in any sort of space, and does survive. However, Hayden did go down, so no engineer, but that teleporter is up. If he respawns in 1 second and gets up, he will probably be back, so a missed opportunity right there. Oh, but Donald goes down. Stalfy, I said I would get on his camera, and I didn't, but Stalfy with what I can only assume was an amazing jump, but that he's been consistently performing this entire match. So well played right there from Stalfy, just what I assume. Anyway, we do have this pause. And the HUD will be messed up for just a little bit, but that was a short pause, so it should be good. So Explosion in Space staying alive after that Red, the demo man, bombing in, has this uber advantage, but really not too much you can do with it right here. You could pop it and push the team further back into spawn, but really no advantage in that. Oh, another bomb in from Red, but he gets taken down. Reggie, I never really decided how to say Reggie Karu? And it's a little messed up, but he's been doing some nice spy checking or something like that right there. And we have a very paranoid medic. Devilman coming again, and finally he forces that Uber. So a little bit of advantage played in there for 35th. Now they're going to have this Uber advantage, but not necessarily a bad idea to pop right there, especially if you have Stealthy on the case. Be like, oh, what, you guys need a medic pick? I can probably do that. Just give me some overheals and let me go do my job. That's my impersonation of Stealthy. I've never met him, but I can only assume that's what he sounds like. We're gonna just keep on his camera because he's had those big med picks that I've been continually missing, but now going down to 16 health, finally gets that pesky scout and takes it out on the engineer as well, but again with only 16 health. Doesn't matter, Donald did go down, and how did you die? Tell me how you died. But regardless, med down, so Explosion in Space has this 80% Uber advantage. Oh my goodness, is WOAH gonna be able to hold this first point? Of course it's too early to tell, but they're looking pretty strong right now. I've already rebuilt several times, and Hayden still looking strong. He's actually down to 12 health, so get that NG some heals, dog. And he does, dog. But we do have that 100% Uber ready to go. So Explosion in Space managed to stay alive this entire time and keep that Uber in a place where uses it to survive and not just to be stupidly aggressive. But we do have that Uber pop right there, so a nice force. Oh, in comes Stealthy trying to get that med pick. Donald takes a lot of damage, down to 13 health, and survives, gets back into spawn. But oh my goodness, that was scary. So Donald's finally gonna have this 100% Uber. As they push up onto Cliff, it looks like. We'll see if 35th can make this happen. Don't have too many more opportunities as they only have a minute left. Oh, Sir Psychedelic gets in there. Not able to get anything happen right there, but Red goes down to a sticky trap. We'll see if Zopper can do it by himself, but lost his medic. Where's Donald? Donald is up there. Oh my goodness, in comes Stealthy, your worst nightmare. He takes down Zopper, so no Heavy, no Demo Man. Okay, Demo Man is back up. We'll see if they'll be able to do this push, but only 40 seconds left. Donald pops, and that's not the position they wanted to be in right here. In comes the Pyro, who's just going to completely deny them. Science does go down to a well-placed pipe, but regardless, that Uber is fading away, and no chance for 35th to take this. With that push, they still obviously have a chance, but they need some sort of coordinated action. They do have an NG on the card, which is not a bad idea. Just try to go for these sneaky caps, but the Uber is ready for WOAH. In comes the nice defense right there, but no! Oh my god, Explosion in Space goes down. He had an Uber, and he goes down to a backstab for Memesters. This is the opportunity for 35th, but where is 35th? They are nowhere, and the center gun is being moved. What a terrible idea, because there's a mini or level 1 in the tunnel. Oh my god, but nobody for 35th is on the cart, and oh, the humanity. Wow, what a defense right there from WOAH. Just a lot of misplays from 35th. Not able to get the first point, and that's crushing. That is just absolutely crushing. Oh man, so, but WOAH, what a nice job right there on defense, setting themselves up very nicely for this last and final round. All they have to do is cap that first point, and they will win. You know what I never figured out, though? If they fail to cap this first point, what happens? Do we go to another round then? I think I guess that would be the plan, but I've never had that happen, so I don't really know what to do in that situation. Anyway, let's get in on the Vertigo cam. He's got his caber out and the sticky jumper. We'll see if he can't replicate a little of the red magic. But Red, even though he was able to force an Uber once, you gotta have that follow-up. You gotta have the rest of your team taking advantage of the chaos that you may perform as a demo man. So here comes Vertigo. He's actually just going to go completely behind the lines and then set up again for this jump in on somebody. Oh, he's being targeted down right there and not able to do so. So clean comms. Nope. Takes him out right there with the sentry gun positioned in the normal spot. We got some taunting going on in what you call spawn. There we go. And that cart being pushed pretty well through the tunnel right now, but it all depends on that sentry gun, and Stalfy is running that direct hit, and that sentry gun just goes down immediately. So some nice work right there again by Stalfy, who's just been super bro. We do have the Ubers exchange on the cliff, a lot of air blasting going on, so Blue Uber not able to do too much right here, but they're scattering the team and kind of enveloping Red team right here. Look, Red Medic is all by himself, even though, oh, he does get some support from his heavy. Blue Med's gonna have to fall back right here as Explosion in Space took a ton of damage. Alfie trying to come in and finish him off, but not able to do so, and Explosion in Space just get out of there. That's a spy. That's a spy. Oh my god. Finally, Memesters goes down, and Explosion in Space still kind of hurt right here, but they're just gonna try to force this issue. They're not gonna let 35th set up again, which is absolutely the right call right here. Just continue pressuring. 35th does not have the team presence right here. They did, Blue did lose their medic, and that's gonna be significant, but what is with this heavy and the taunting? Doesn't matter, he is able to take down Iberonic, and it's just him on the cart. In comes Red as the Red Devilman. We'll see if they can stop this heavy, and Rajikaru does go down, but nobody anticipated the soldier, and we'll see if he can finish it off. Just so very close, and they will be able to capture it. A little bit of a foregone conclusion right there that they'd be able to get it, but nonetheless pretty freaking close. So there you have it. Those are your final scores. We are losing time, and that final round was not as epic as the second round. So we'll just say GG to both teams right there. Congrats to good seasons for everyone, and thanks so much to Sir Psychedelic who sent this in. Hopefully I got some of your picks on cam. I don't even remember now. But if you have a match you want to see casted, definitely hit me up at kiptf2@gmail.com, and I will probably get to it next year. Alright, thanks for being patient, guys. Love you all. Have a good day.